Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Distinguished Toastmaster Ashok Kumar is delivering a speech in the path Persuasive Influence Level 3 project, and the speech title is Conflicts and Growth. The project name is Understanding Conflict Resolution. The purpose of this project is for the member to develop or enhance his or her understanding of the steps and strategies to address conflict. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience learning about and or resolving conflict. Timer, please note the time given is 5 to 7 minutes.
Raise your hand if you have been part of a conflict. Raise your hand if you have been the cause of a conflict. And finally, raise your hand if you have played the role of Nantamai or the moderator of the conflict. Okay. So everyone has gone through conflicts. Let me share my own experience of a conflict in detail. Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, fellow and future Toastmasters. Conflicts happen on a regular basis in every sphere of our existence, be it in the family or office or social groups or even in Toastmasters club. Conflicts can be there everywhere. Just as they say, humor is all around us, conflicts are all around us. Let me set the context of the conflict I had some time back. It was 3 years back in 2021, around February-March timeframe. The conflict can be easily explained. There are several conflicts, but this conflict I would like to share with you. It happened with my family, specifically with my wife. All of you can relate to your spouse, someone or other. The conflicts will be more with the spouse because we live with them 24 hours a day. In 2021, before that, I want to go back a little. We moved into this home, our home, in 2001. At that time, we had designed a modern kitchen. 20 years fast forward, suddenly my wife felt it has become outdated. She wanted to renovate the kitchen, which was originally modern kitchen. She wanted to renovate it as modern kitchen version 2.0. And she also wanted to renovate some of the cupboards in the rooms. As you know, I was not ready immediately. I said, no. Initially, I said vehemently, no, not at all. I didn't even ask her for the budget. Okay, she said, don't say no straight away. At least ask what is the budget. I asked her the budget, and it was definitely way above my expectation. That happened. I said no. I knew this. That's why I said no. See, the things have become very bad, and the cupboards have lost their shining, and stove has become wood. Okay, stove alone we can replace. Why the entire kitchen? The cupboards are working fine. All the utensils are nice. All that. But then she kept insisting, no way. If it is not renovated, I am not going to cook. That made me think a little. At that point in time, of course, I know a little bit of cooking for survival, but not on a regular basis. At that time, my daughter, who was studying in the US, came here for vacation. And another context I would like to tell you. In about 4 months, my son's marriage was planned. It was planned in August 2020, but got rescheduled due to COVID and my daughter's travel restrictions at that time. So with 4 months for our son's marriage, if we start doing this, and also COVID has not entirely died, first wave was going on, we didn't know about second wave, but I just had my own apprehension. I said all that. No. now it has become very common. I mean, people have started working in different places. Like that it went on. The conflict went on. And in fact, for about a week, we didn't talk to each other. Privately, I was very happy. I was very peaceful because I was not getting any orders or instructions or anything like that matter. Of course, she also would have been happy in some way. Later on, our daughter, she became the Natami. She was negotiating between us and then said, Dad, Mom has been in the kitchen for all the time. You come and eat and go. You are not doing much work in the kitchen. So ask her, she's asking for something. Why don't you do this? She is not asking for gold. I said, no, she asked for gold also. And this also. Like that it went on. But then finally she talked to both of us. She went to my wife and said, see, Dad is talking about high budget, all that. Forget about the rooms, cupboard renovation. Focus only on the kitchen. That is your main point. Why are you spreading too much? That will involve a lot of work, all that. Then she came to me and said, Mom is okay for only the kitchen renovation. Are you okay? I still had some problems because my speech contest in the club, international speech contest was coming up at the club level. If I win at that, then area level. If the renovation starts, the whole home will be bad, right? With all that, I told no. But then finally, my daughter had a knack of convincing me. She played the role very well, and the conflict was resolved. The modern kitchen 2.0 became really beautiful. Later on, I also appreciated. It was looking nice. I started feeling, oh, I should also go into the kitchen and do something to help her. Dear Toastmasters, conflicts are natural. Conflicts are normal. Conflicts happen every time, everywhere. But wherever independently thinking people are there, and if they have the freedom to express, there would be conflicts. But only in conflicts we grow. Let there be conflicts. Thank you.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Let me start with my evaluation. Right? DDM Ashok Kumar has delivered a well-developed speech very well. Congratulations to DDM Ashok Kumar. Let me start with listing down the strengths of his speech. Okay. First of all, the opening was great. You asked 3 questions, right? Raise your hand if you are part of the conflict. Raise your hand if you are the cause of the conflict, and raise your hand if you happen to be the moderator. So by asking all these 3 questions, you pulled all audience into your speech. Okay, that was great strength. The second one, you have very cleverly chose a conflict on your personal life, right? Which all family men and women face in their life. So this is how you have pulled all audience, and we are all super interested in understanding the personal side. So that is the second great strength. Third strength I noticed is you have meticulously explained the conflict. Cause of the conflict, moderate of the conflict, and how it was solved. So that was the third strength, which is great. The next one is the oratory skills of DDM Ashok Kumar. His oratory skills used to be very exemplary, and he proved it once again with humor sprinkled here and there in the speech. These are all the strengths. And one improvement which I want to suggest is your closing was good, but it could have been great. It could have been even more persuasive. For example, dear Toastmasters, the conflicts are normal, natural. They exist everywhere as humor exists in our life. Embrace the conflict. Learn to enjoy the conflict. Learn to resolve the conflict, because that is part of our life. It could have been more persuasive, I think. It could have been like, maybe you could have arrived at a better closing. Overall, it was a very great speech. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to listen to more speakers. Over to the general evaluation.